Why am I confused right now? Hands doing. I'm not trying to land a goddamn plane, Monique. Sometimes I know things and sometimes those things are wrong. Hey, hello team. My name is Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron. It is Thursday and apparently we're starting a reading vlog. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitch is my channel, and yeah, it's Thursday. My reading vlog last week just really ran over because nothing really happened. So we're doing a super short one for the remainder of this week. Just finished work and I thought I would come in and start this reading vlog, otherwise it will never get started and then I will forget. And I'm really proud of my streak here, so we're continuing it. But I would also come in with a quick little reading update because currently I am reading Witches Steeped in Gold by Ciannon. This is a proof copy. The book comes out on the 20th of April and it is a Jamaican inspired fantasy where we are following two witches who are part of sort of rival fractions. One of them used to be almost like a crown princess and the other one is now the new heir to the throne. They end up having to sort of work together for the common good. However, I am about 200 pages in now. I like it more than in the beginning. The beginning is a little bit info dumpy. There is also a lot of world building to sort of take in, which is a bit confusing. I wish there was a glossary, so hopefully there's one in the final copy, because there are some things that I don't really understand. We have several different sort of magic casts, and then we have these two rivaling sort of cultures almost, and a third rivaling culture that might also be a magical thing. I think they all have different sort of magic and they all use different ways of willing that magic into being. There's a lot about witches. I am interested in the banter though, and I do want to know what happens, so I'm hoping that I can read a little bit more in this today. That is the current reading update, and I also have my very last book mail. This is the second / almost third time they've sent me this because it keeps getting lost and I'm excited. This is a FireHeart Tiger by Aliette de Bodard. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that. And this one follows a princess who has spent the majority of her life in a faraway empire, who has held her hostage, and now she has been returned, but she is returned with some bad memories about a castle fire and also a possible ex-girlfriend who wants her back. And I just really desperately want to read this one. It is another one from Folktales, and I have been really loving their teeny tiny novellas. I'm trying to read more short stories, getting into them. Some of them I get very into, some of them not so much, but I am excited about finally having my hands on this one. And that is basically the Thursday update. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Today, and I thought I would come in with a brief little reading update. This reading vlog is either going to be the shortest of all time or it's never going to see the light of day. But however, I did finally finish Witches Steeped in Gold by Ciannon, and I'm sad to say that I just didn't click with it. I couldn't get into the world building because I kept misunderstanding who was who and what they were doing, not like persons but like the different casts. And though I thought that both Ira and Jasmine were really great characters and very like great characters, they were flawed and they did things for no reason, and I really want to know what Ira is like up to now. I still am a bit like, it just, the build up didn't seem like it was like, you know, you have usually like stories, you like plateau and then you start building, and this one seemed to go like higgledy-piggledy, which is annoying. So I think it ended up being a 3-star. I will most likely pick up the next book once it comes out, but I won't be in a rush to do it. And I'm sad about it because this was one of my most anticipated releases of the year. So yeah, that happens, but you know, it wasn't a bad book. This is the thing. I still definitely think that you should read it because I thought that the like Jamaican inspired world was really cool, and we do have a lot about witches, which we know I am a big fan of, but I didn't quite understand, and maybe I will just need to read it again before I read the next one. But finally, this is the first book. I've started this book last week, which for me is a very long time to be reading a book. So my plan now is to either read Bloody Rose, which I'm very excited about because I'm hoping it'll be another big fat 5-star, or I'm going to be reading Hag Forgotten Folktales Retold, which is a gift from my girlfriend. This is a collection of reimaginings of British and Irish like folktales almost by voices from Britain and Ireland, female voices from Britain and Ireland. So I'm very, very excited about reading these, and that's the plan. And I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow. Bye.
I feel like I'm gonna get wet feet.
Babies, it is now Monday, which means it is the end of this reading vlog. It is a very, very short one. It may be a little bit longer now because I have some books I can show you guys, but overall this has not been my best vlogged half week. I can't really call it a week because I didn't start it till like Thursday, but here we are. I only finished one book this week. And I started Hag Forgotten Folktales Retold on Saturday, possibly Saturday. I started it. I am about 60 pages in, exactly 61 pages, and I am enjoying this in part. What I am enjoying about it is the fact that it's a bit creepy in the way that folk tales or original folk tales actually were, and I'm enjoying the fact that it is not like well-known sort of fairy tales that are being retold. And also, well, not fairy tales, because there's a very big difference between fairy tales and folk tales. And folk tales were meant to be like warnings almost, or teaching kids how to be, and fairy tales are like romanticized and, you know, like Disney and like softness. Folktales are not soft, and these are not either. They're very modern so far from what I've read, and I was sort of hoping for some more fantasy-ish. So I may be reading like one every once in a while. So I might not just power read this. I might pick up something else now. But also because it is the 12th, which means that shops have opened up back in the UK, which obviously includes bookshelves, and I went on a little walk with my girlfriend this morning. Also, she is absolutely top notch because she has said, why don't we do like a scavenger hunt in secondhand bookshops in a couple of weeks, and we can vlog it, and it could be wonderful because we have quite a few in the town that I live in. So I am excited about that. But also I did get some books, so let's look through them and then let's finish this vlog. What are my hands doing? I'm not trying to land a goddamn plane, Monique. First up, I did go down into my very own little secondhand bookshop, and I picked up some books. I will be back in it on Saturday, which is very exciting, but I picked 2 books. Woohoo! This is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, which I believe is a sort of standalone in his Stormlight Archive series. I think you read it in between some of the other ones or before some other ones. I'm not entirely sure, but Brandon Sanderson writes these very, very, very big, like, series. Basically, they're very intensely high fantasy. They usually have some sort of very interesting magic system. I have only read like 2 books by Brandon Sanderson. I read the first book in the Mistborn series, and I have also read Skyward, which is his YA sort of sci-fi book, and I enjoyed both of those. But I have heard that Elantris is like a just sort of wonderful one, and I'm very excited about reading it. I am going to have to figure out which series this fits into, but we got this and it looks beautiful and it doesn't have any really terrible cover things. And I also found a classic Folktales from around the world. This is, the introduction is by Robert Nye. I'm not entirely sure who has gathered this, but as you can see, it looks like it may be a little bit of an older one. And I have basically just sort of returned to my fascination with mythology and with folk tales, and I wanted it and it was cheap. So it has a ton of different short folk tales and fairy tales from all around the world. I know that there's some from Morocco. We have some from Africa, Russia. So this is very exciting, and I paid $1.99 for each of these, and you know, that's just how I roll. Then people are very, very busy today on my road, and they're being very loud about it. And I also went into another shop that I don't go into often enough because they actually have more books than I think they do. But I found this. This is the Bloodprint by Ausma Khan. I am not sure that is correct. But the reason why I picked this up, other than the fact that it is a very beautiful cover, it is also by an Own Voices Muslim woman. And it is fantasy. I am not entirely sure what this is about, to be all honest with you. Like, to be completely true. I believe that there is like a evil sort of preacher who is called the One-Eyed Preacher, who is sort of making like a cult, and there is this group of women who is trying to combat his like gathering of power. I've never heard of this, but as many of you know, I am very intent on filling my shelves with authors from every aspect of the like world. I want stories from all of the places, from all of the different people, and I especially want to read more by Muslim women or stories inspired by that part of the world. And I don't have a lot of those, so this was what I wanted. Also, it's really pretty. It cost me £3, and it is basically a, like, I don't know, it looks completely new. Look at this beautiful spine, team. I am excited. I like things. I also found 2 really stunning, basically new editions of Witch and Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard, and I nearly bought them because they would match my first book better than the current ones that I have, but I didn't, because I am trying to be good. Even though my girlfriend did try to make me buy them, because apparently she's just a helper in this addiction that I have. And then yeah, I went to Waterstones and it was wonderful, and I bought some boogers. I bought A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos. Not sure if that's how you say it, but this is a French fantasy book that is translated. I have heard very, very, very good things about it. It was in the YA section, but I believe that it is more like adult fantasy. And basically, I believe that we are following a young woman called Ophelia who basically just wants to be left alone. But she has this magic power of being able to travel through mirrors, and she can sort of tell the history of objects when she touches them. However, her family suddenly like arranges a marriage for her to this older grumpy gentleman on another arc, and these arcs are basically like floating cities, and they're all differently like set up and political. And I was thinking about getting this in hardback, but I just really, really want to read it, and even in paperback it is absolutely stunning. So excited about translated works. Yes. And then I also finally bought myself a copy of Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. Also not sure that is how you say that, but you know, we are terrible and I should check up on names before I read them. But this is a sci-fi book, I believe, where we are following a young woman who as a child sort of fell into this hole and discovered a giant metal hand, and now as a woman is trying to figure out what this hand is and what it has done. And I have heard amazing things. I believe that there is a second book as well, but I really just want to read this. I have book 1 of the Themis Files. Themis Files. It depends on whether they're talking like Themis as the Greek god of time. Sometimes I know things and sometimes those things are wrong. This is my little wonderful stack of book hauling. I also went a little bit crazy on Waterstones the other day, so I should have some more books coming because I went out of my book buying ban, and I should definitely go straight back on it because this is what happens. That is it for you today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this. I don't know how long vlog it is going to be, but I hope that you guys have had a wonderful week. Mine was a bit hard, not gonna lie, but do let me know how you guys are doing in the comments below. And then if you like this, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell which will give you a notification when I put up a new video, which I do regularly. Take care of yourself. I'm proud of you and you're doing great. I'll see you soon. Bye.